Hi guys, how you doing? Senior Gaming here and I'm bringing you Dark Hero Dash with 10 tips for beginners. So if you're Dark Hero Dash player or perhaps idle gamer, then make sure you subscribe to the channel as I post as often as possible and bring you best tips and advice. And if you enjoy what you see, then hit that like button as well. Right then guys, so obviously I've got 10 tips for you right now, but bear in mind there is so much more this game has to offer. This principle I'm gonna show you in this video will definitely prevent you from making any mistakes, especially if you're just starting out, and it will grow your character with a rapid pace. So without further ado, let's kick off with number 1, and that's gonna be pretty much following a main quest, which in here is called Demon Supply. So this will actually unfold and show you more concept of the game, as well as reward you nicely with a good chunk of diamonds, which is a premium currency. So make sure you follow the main quest. That will then lead into number 2, and that's gonna be ability, which is upgrade as the first one, and this is obviously where you have to allocate your stats. This is a basic foundation of RPG games, and in here we have to actually start with a critical chance and follow with critical damage. What you can actually notice in here, you got actually a 100% chance for critical. Once you max these two, this will unlock a heavy hitter criticals, which is called a instant strike, and obviously you got damage as well. So focus on a critical and then straight into instant strike. The number 3 is gonna be allocation of your demon power, and demon power will have a resource called Demon Crystal, and this is reward for actually leveling up your character. Similar principle to upgrade itself, and you should actually prioritize your accuracy. And then gold acquisition, I have also went heavy with a critical attack, and then there is also recommendation for evasion. I have pretty much skipped that currently as I'm going very heavily into attack. I just think the more attack I have, especially to start off, the better. So the choice is absolutely yours, but the critical ones, it's accuracy and gold and critical attack. Later on, everything else is your own preferred choice. Obviously none of the stats will get wasted, and I will just keep growing your character overall. Right, then we're going into number 4, which is promotion. And promotion itself is basically going and facing a boss, and then once you successfully defeat that enemy, as you see, your main stats will actually have a nice boost and multiplier. So currently I've got a boost of 3000x, and that also tops up with a promotion bonus. And in here you will have 3 different options to choose from, and I would definitely split it into a gold acquisition, experience, as well as a total attack. So basically if I'm trying now to push stages, I go into full attack, and if I want to experience, I will just switch it into number 2, to then finally if I want to grind gold, I will keep it on that very last tab. Obviously how you're gonna set it up is entirely up to you, but especially if you're just starting out all the way to level 500, I would recommend that you stick with experience. You're gonna unlock quite a lot of game concept by level 500, so therefore to start off, skip completely attack, skip gold, go with full experience, and later on you can start switching in between. Okay? So that will then lead into number 5, which is gonna be infamy. And infamy will be a working with another principle of passive bonuses, boosting your attack, HP and recovery. In here you actually will be spending diamonds pretty heavily, so every single time you've got extras, I would definitely recommend for you to come back and spend that into infamy itself. Okay. Number 6 then, we're going into a skills. So in here I've got for you actually 5 passive skills that you want to go and apply pretty much across every single weapon type. The first 2 I want to talk about will be pretty much application across every single weapon you want to use, and then a remaining 3 pretty much will follow the same concept, but you will have to upgrade them separately. So the outrage itself will boost your attack speed, and this is a great skill, and pretty much goes alongside straight with savagery, which will work in exactly same principle but will boost your total attack. And then we're talking here about a beast type, and as you see every single weapon got a certain upgrade. I've got it on a various levels, and the beast itself will increase your total attack. You want to top it up then with a madness, which will increase your critical attack, to finally finish it off with spirit, which will increase your attack speed. And as you see, I've got various levels across across these very free skills, obviously a different levels to a different weapon. And then when it comes to your main skills that you're using, I would definitely look into upgrading a third one and a fourth one, as this skill is going to be most used, especially when you're farming out. So you want to obviously get hit with these skills as heavy as possible. So that's when it comes to your active skills. And then number 7 is going to be looking into equipment itself. And because you have already seen me pretty much investing quite heavily in a claw, this is going to be one of your preferred choice. So either claw or a revolver, actually only these two type of weapon. As you see, if you keep attention on your third skill, every single time you attack enemy, and because we've got this attack speed absolutely on a beast level, it takes literally seconds to then go again and redeploy the skill. So there is actually no cooldown on a third skill, it will depend on how quickly you killing enemies. So therefore claw and revolver got that super advantage in comparison to other weapons. Bear in mind, other weapon will have a different advantage when it comes to, you know, hitting heavier, etc. But when it comes to farming, claw is absolute must to have. And then that will also lead into a number 8 when it comes to a further expansion of the weapon itself. You should not bulk fuse. So as you see, I got quite a lot of numbers here where I could actually fuse it, and the reason for it, especially when you upgrade in skills, you will need a weapon types to do it. If you bulk fuse, you will miss out on a low tier of the weapon, and this is what is actually required to upgrade your skills. So this is one of the areas where you will be using a low tier weapon, hence the bulk fuse is highly not recommended, and later on it's gonna be extremely hard for you to actually get this low tier weapon, so you should definitely save them from day one. Right. Then we're going into number 9, and that's going to be a magic tool and charms itself. In here again you'll be spending a little bit of a currency in order to get magic tools, and you want to head over into a shop itself and obviously a magic tool. So in comparison to Infamy, again, any excess of the diamonds you'll be able to come here and obviously spend some. This pretty much translates into a passive bonuses. I think all the way to sort of succession rate of 50% you'll be able to invest, and then later on you will have to have absolute tons and tons of diamonds to obviously push it further. And then when it comes to charms, I have actually released separate video and I'm talking about charms in a more details, but the absolute 2 types of charms you need to start off is gonna be pretty much your Dark Blessing, which in here the first 3 will actually allow you to have 1 more chance to have a buff, and the second type will actually increase this buff for a 30 minutes. And you're talking here about massive boost to gold, experience and enchant stones, and is absolute must have to be used every single day. And the next one, absolutely crucial, which you want to get, is a token of Gora, as this will actually give you additional challenge count by 1, and this is a place where you're gonna get absolute tons and tons of enchant stone, and this is gonna be completely outperforming what you can actually grind in 24 hours. And then finally number 10 is just gonna be overall dungeon participation. So the dungeon itself, obviously it's one of the mandatory parts that you want to participate daily. You want to push as further as possible with ambush, you want to go on your daily challenges. Bear in mind, this will boost your massive amount of golds. Ogre fight will give you a great amount of experience. Here you'll be pushing for extra weapons, getting this desired dust, getting a mass amounts of enchant stones, as well as boosting your permanent passive boost when it comes to attack, HP or critical. And at the same time, because you'll have to spend tons and tons of tickets, if you perhaps running out, you need to head over into shop, exchange, and I definitely recommend to exchanging them with a rubies every single day, as well as obviously looking out for ongoing events where you will be able to squeeze even more tickets. So that will be it, guys. That's the top 10 tips I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have, you know what to do. Smash this like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.